let me put in the recording button. So guys, small presentation which I have come across, and small things which I have collected. So we will definitely have a wonderful time together. So excited to be here and to give you some insight about mutual fund industry and the ULIP. So guys, please keep on pushing in the questions and we will take up these questions once again. Thank you very much. Let me share the screen with you. Okay. Just give me a second. So many things to go by, and we want to understand so many wonderful things. This is what is very important. This is what is very important, that we understand the mutual fund and the ULIP. So again, I am repeating once again that I am not a mutual fund advisor. So I am not against any mutual fund, or I am not going to represent any mutual fund as such. Okay, definitely this is just an educational seminar, and the information collected over here is from different sources. Guys, the problem is the market is doing up and down, and we are seeing a V-shaped recovery right from 12,400 odd going down to 7,500 plus around that point, and then a strong recovery coming in at 10,500, 600 plus going on. Now what next? How has the mutual fund industry performed? What is the ULIP doing? What has happened to your funds? Let us go and demystify this wonderful thing. So disclaimer, as usual, futures, options, stock trading is a highly risky activity, and mutual fund has that wonderful tagline. Mutual fund has the tagline, subject to market risk. Any action you choose to take is totally your own responsibility. So here what we are doing is, we also have the disclaimer in place. So we are not recommending any buying and selling, definitely no, but we want to understand what are the different type of charges, what is happening, and what to do, how to go about this. So our mission is to win both the bull and the bear market. ऊपर जाएगा तो भी हमको पैसा आना चाहिए, नीचे जाएगा तो भी हमको पैसा आना चाहिए, and that's what is very important for us. So let us understand what has happened some time back. In budget of 2018, government introduced LTCG tax of 10% on capital gain over 1 lakh rupees. This has surprised the D straight. And what has happened is why this tax and the ups and downs of the market continued. Why this happened? And what was the impact on this? Let us understand this. So in equity mutual fund, investor actually from the mutual fund, because of this tax, people started to shift to ULIP plans. Okay. So what is actually the full form of ULIP? It's the unit link insurance plan. It's the unit link insurance plan. And let us understand this. What is the advantage and what is the disadvantage of having this particular thing? Now, as you know, and as you must have been an investor in the mutual fund, okay, there is technically no tax benefit when you go in for the mutual funds. But when you invest in ULIP, yes, you get an ATC benefit in the income tax, and that becomes an additional advantage. That means if you are in the 30% bracket, you can take care of this. You can invest 1.5 lakh rupees in ATC, and you are getting a tax benefit of 40 plus thousand rupees. So that is the first advantage of going for the ULIP. So let us have a clear comparison between ULIP and the mutual fund. So over here, ULIP, insurance and investment. So here what we are looking at is insurance and investment. Okay, very, very important. Here it is insurance plus investment, and here mutual fund is only investment. There is no life coverage. One of the biggest difference over here. Yes, you are having an advantage in mutual fund, but believe me, the ULIP also are giving wonderful returns, and we will see how they have performed in the last few years. So tax saving, that is one other advantage. Premium paid towards the plan of 1.5 lakhs are tax free under ATC section. The maturity is also tax free under section 10D. One another advantage of you going for ULIP, tax-free maturity. Okay, the sum assured paid to the nominee also is tax-free under the section 810D of the income tax rule. Only one ELSS based investment are tax-free up to one fund. All other are taxable. Okay, one of the most important things. Investment, part insurance, life cover, and part investment in equity, hybrid, debt, bonds, equity, everything now is covered. So you want to have debt funds, yes, it can invest in debt funds. If you want bonds, yes, it can invest in bonds. You want hybrid, you want mid cap, small cap, everything is now possible in ULIP. They have matured, I would say they have matured so many years, and they are now even performing better. Okay, here there is practically no life cover. Now think about it. You are going for a 20 years of SIP. 20 years of SIP. And as usual, mutual fund market to subject risk, ups and downs do continue. So in this case also the ups and downs do continue. But in case of an eventuality, what happens? Your money which has grown or not grown, depending on where this cycle is going on, okay, technically becomes very, very important. So in case of an unfortunate death, then the money goes to the nominee, and that is important. Right? Options to get comprehensive and complete protection on add-on riders. So you have riders, you have accidental riders, you have disability riders. यहाँ पे mutual fund में this is not available. Liquidity, yes, everything has now, as per the IRDA rule, lock-in period. All the mutual fund have locking periods. So ULIP to have a locking period of 5 years, except for ELSS, which is having a 3 years locking period. Everything else has a 5 years locking period. Tenure, in this case, there is no specific tenure, but over here you can opt for 7, 10, and 15 years, and that is the beauty. Ideal term, everybody is saying कि म्यूचुअल फंड या तो यूलिप इज फॉर लॉन्ग टर्म, शॉर्ट टर्म के लिए नहीं होता है म्यूचुअल फंड. Why? Because which cycle you are entering becomes very, very important. Now when your exit is there, what happens if you are in the downtrend and your exit is there? You lose out all of your cycle which has been there. So very, very important how you are going to have an exit plan. Very, very important. So depending on what you want to save, here the thinking is about saving, protection, and the growth. So you have three things: saving, protection, and growth. Here it is definitely whatever extra what you think about, you are putting for the growth purpose. Now this, all these two, both the funds are professionally managed by the fund managers, definitely. So switching option, whether you are able to switch from one fund to another fund, flexibility in switching fund allocation. In this case, there is no switching option. One other plus point of the ULIP, which people are practically not aware of. In this case, you can switch from large cap to mid cap to debt fund to income fund. And you can do this once in a year, or I would say 11 times in a year also. Now, if the market is going down and you want to shift to a debt fund, yes, you can do this. Now, if the market is going up and you want to put it in the growth fund, yes, yeah, you can do this. But in mutual fund, whatever type of funds you have selected once for all, you are stuck over there. Now we will understand how many different types of funds are there. We will go more deep into this. So locking period, as you said, it's a 5 years locking period. Okay. And the most important thing over here, ELS is 3 years locking period. Security, moderate security. Why we say moderate security? Again, mutual funds are subject to market risk. But in this case, what the fund managers are doing is to give a minimum return. Okay, some of the money is parked in the debt funds, or what we call as an income fund. Okay, and that is where the security is there. Now over here there is practically no security. Okay, and the fund depends on the performance of the fund manager. Okay, and the important thing is the fund charges. Yes, there are fund charges which are almost similar to the mutual fund. What extra charges? We will go more deep into this little later on the charges of the fund. So I have one more comparison over there. So let your question keep on coming in. So we will go more deep into this. I hope this is giving you some value of you understanding the mutual fund industry and the ULIP. So in this case, you have the tax comparison. Investment is not exempted except for ELSS, ULIP, ATC exemption. Partial withdraw, short-term, long-term capital gain is applicable when you redeem the mutual fund. In this case, you get an exemption under 10D, partial and full redemption. What happens? Gain coming in. Again, that is the most important thing. You are at a higher bracket and you want the money which is coming in tax free, and that is again 30% tax bracket, and you know what is the situation, and that gives you an advantage. Now please understand, whatever is there, okay, just a difference in a mutual fund and ULIP fund. Okay, say everybody is saying that I am going to give you an 8% return. Okay, and what is the difference? It's a comparison which I have done. Okay, and please understand, this could be little bit here and there. Okay, again I am, the disclaimer again I am putting it, I am not an mutual fund advisor, definitely. So there can be plus and minus. So please excuse me for that, but you can do your own analysis also. In this case, let's put in term of 20 years, premium paying term is 10 years. So we are paying this. It's okay. So this is what happens. This is a mutual fund and this is ULIP. Okay. Take a photograph, snapshot and keep it with you. And then you can work it out. Seriously, what are the total number of investment? 20 years. Okay. Now, what are the charges? Let's put in charges. Suppose in both these cases, we are saying that the return could be 8% only. Okay, 8%. It's an assumption which we are taking. So net gain is 26.9 in this case. Net gain over here is 32.6. All the taxes, in this case, that long-term capital gain tax is not there. So this gives you an advantage over here. Advantage of you not having the long-term capital gain tax. Okay, very, very important. In this case, the tax is there. Okay, so very important in this case. So deduction coming to 14.42, in this case 9.66. So net value after the tax deduction is 44.21, in this case 52.65. So whatever is there, this advantage of ULIP against the mutual fund is actually seen. Difference in the maturity value. See the amount which is there. That is huge. Because of this LTCG tax which has been introduced, ULIP is getting an additional advantage if the fund size, and if you see an 8% return ka thing. Now, can this be wrong? Of course. Can this go to a higher value? Of course. Not a problem at all. Okay. But the point is, as we are seeing it, the bigger the fund size, okay, the slower the movements. Again, repeating it. Just imagine an elephant is able to run and how fast it can run. That means the bigger the fund size becomes, it becomes practically very difficult for the fund to grow. Smaller the fund size, the better managed, better the growth, and it can run really faster. So this is what I have basically understood. So I am not right now going into the different charges which are there. We'll come to this later. Okay, but we will also have one more session after a gap of 40 minutes, a 10 minutes gap. Pani pee lo, coffee leke aao, book and pen leke aao, and we will sit once again to go about all this. So let's understand this. What is an expense ratio? Now this expense ratio, okay, is being taken care by the SEBI. Very, very important that this is being taken care by the SEBI. So let's understand this. Mutual fund, whatever the charges which are there, operational charges of the mutual fund, okay, whether it is sales and the marketing, the advertisement expense, administration expense, transaction cost, investment management fees, registration fees, custodian fees, audit fees, all these are the charges and they are taken care by them. Okay, so ultimately you are going to pay from your pocket all these charges which are there. Okay, so now think about it. You directly investing in the stock market, what is the status? Or you are going through the route of mutual fund. So technically, for the expertise in the stock market, okay, you are going to pay all these charges, the sales and the marketing, advertisement, administration, all these charges are being paid by you. There is a common reference to an expense ratio. In short, expense ratio is cost of running and managing a mutual fund, which is the charge to the scheme. All expense occurred in the mutual fund AMC will have to be managed within a limited specific under regulation 52 of SEBI. But these expenses are your money which you have to give so that it is managed by him. But again with a disclaimer, every time the disclaimer is coming in, that is what is the gadbad which is happening. So what actively managed equity schemes have a total expenses of 2.5%. Now this information is being picked up from AMFI website, AMFI. Okay, association for, that's the association for mutual funds. Okay, so these are the different fund charges. The only advantage in this case is the DEF fund, the DEF schemes. Okay, the DEF schemes charges is the lowest. What is the meaning of the risk cover in the ULIP? Will it continue after the maturity? Very good questions being asked by someone. Keep pouring in questions. See, the term of the ULIP is 10 years or 15 years. So till that time, okay, you are taken care of. That means your life cover is there for a period of 15 years. Okay, now even if you want a partial withdrawal, it is allowed after 5 years period, not a problem. But they will not allow you to remove everything because they have to have that charges which needs to be kept with them so that they can take care of the fund and also the mortality rate. We will go more deep into this after the break. Okay, so very good questions, definitely. So even if you are withdrawing money from the scheme, okay, it is perfectly all right. But if you keep some part of it, okay, your risk cover continues till the period of 10 years or 15 years, depending. Okay, so very a wonderful question. Thank you, Kunal, for putting in this question. I hope I am able to give you the right feedback. Okay, in case of any other questions, let it come in. Okay. So in addition to mutual funds, you have to have an allocated charges of 30 basis. Now what is this? Additional charges being leveled to you because they want to push their marketing into level 2 and level 3 cities. So another 30% they are levying to you for their marketing expenses. Again, money coming from your pocket. So whatever is happening and whatever the last NAV which is coming in is all the expense being paid, and whatever is left out is given as a NAV. A scheme with a consistent decent track record but a higher expense ratio may be better than the one with a lower expense ratio but gives poor return. Again, very important over here. You will say expense to ले ही रहा है, लेकिन if the return is not there, so even with the poor return also आपको आपका पैसा grow करके नहीं मिलने वाला है for sure. So this is very important that whatever they are putting burden on your funds only. Okay, they are putting burden on your funds only. So let us now understand what are the mutual fund charges. Okay, so here you have the distribution expense, which is the entry load. When you will invest, you have to pay this one-time fee charge at the time of investment, nominal fee of rupees 100 to 150 for an investment above rupees 10,000. So all these charges. Now see what happens is people don't understand. Now if you are paying 10,000 rupees, are you going to get 10,000 rupees worth of units? Technically, no, because they are going to deduct all these charges which are there, okay, and they are going to give you only units which are minus the expenses. So पहले से ही आपका NAV के point of view this is going down. One thing which I really don't like, my money, yes, you are either going to pay extra for putting the money into the mutual fund. While you stay invested, so you have the recurring expenses as a fund management charges. Okay, and it will go on till the time you are going to have the money invested. So if you keep it for 10 years, monthly deduction happens. So over here, maximum charges permitted by SEBI are 2.5% per annum. Okay, so this is at least now being locked when we are thinking in terms of mutual fund charges. So when you exit, what happens? So there is an exit load, one-time fee charge at the time of redemption. Okay, varies between 1% to 3% depending on the time of investment. Now, some funds have come up with no exit load. Yes, no exit load in some fund. It is like, यहाँ पे charges बढ़ा दिया, यहाँ पे charges कम किया, and they have been able to, this is all technically speaking, all the marketing gimmick for attraction over here. So any questions regarding this particular thing, please put in your questions in your chat box. So are there recurring expense in ULIP also? Yes, there are recurring expense in ULIP also. Again, ULIP and mutual fund are almost same and they are governed by SEBI. Okay, the only advantage here you can get is in the ULIP. Okay, the bigger the period of you having the money kept in, some of the ULIPs, their charges reduces to a very, 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 very lower extent. Okay, the first 5 years, maybe you will not see the difference. But as the period goes, most of the ULIP plan or the insurance companies who are managing the ULIPs, they technically go on reducing the charges. So at the end, the insured get better returns along with the security of the person being insured. Okay, now we are going to go more deep into this definitely, but after a break. Now I will be putting in everything and we are going to take a lot of questions over here. So those who are there, almost 19 people are there. Okay, in case I don't know from where you have come in, which are the things, please send me a WhatsApp so that I can send you a new link of where we want to, come in. So thank you very much for logging in and understanding the mutual fund game. Okay, very, very important that you understand the charges and understand what is happening. Okay, just a minute, if can just hold on, and if I can push in the username and the password, I will be doing it right away on the chat box. Just give me a second. In case it is available, I will be able to do that. Or please put in your WhatsApp number so that I can send you the link. we are going to meet in the next 15 minutes max to max. Okay, so that you can easily log in to take care. uh, and please do come back, because we have lots to cover. Okay, we are lots to cover, because we have to understand the different charges and the advantage and disadvantage, and believe me, this session will be worthwhile. Okay, so please log in once again, in case you are not on my regular this thing, Indian Turtles group. Okay, please WhatsApp me. Okay, and I will be definitely sending you the link. Let me take the number of someone who is not in my regular group. But do WhatsApp me at 98202 14315. Okay, thank you very much for coming in. See you at the other side exactly in 15 minutes. Love you all. Take care. Okay, I'll be taking this question also. PAAC charges in the ULIP. Definitely. We'll see you later. In 15 minutes, we are meeting back. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Yash. Nishit, we will be taking these charges also. Love you. Take care.